is at 24 millimeters off vertical. 15 is severe. Okay, this is a 0 point right here, right there. I'll bring it up and look at this. Look at his shoulder. Look at where it is in his shoulder. It's almost touching his left ear. He's off a bit, right? Yep. Yeah, just a bit. He's posterior 8 in the pelvis. He's an anterior 3 in the shoulder. Is that good? That's bad. Because we know, because we're chiropractors, and we know that, come on in. Yeah. So we know as chiropractors that biomechanically the pelvis and the shoulders move together. That's part of joke, by the way. I'm being sarcastic, but okay. But that's the way it's supposed to work. So now I got two problems. I've got a system that it's like you're closing a door and the body is counter twisting. Okay, I mean, it's like the door is counter twisting. The top of it's going one direction and the bottom's going another direction. It's counter twist. It's not. So how do you get a force from up there to make both of those release? Difficult, right? It's like if you're playing pool and I got to shoot two balls in the hole, going in opposite direction. That makes it more difficult than the nice linear shot. All right. So Yoshi's leaning out to the right side, 24, 25 millimeters down below. He's got a 21 right now, 19 on top. So what's his compensation doing? Yes, one of them is millimeters and the other one is weight, but just call them the same units. It's easy to understand. If he is 20 off in the legs and he's 25 off on the legs and he's recovering to a 20, how is that compensation? Is it nice and strong? No, it's weak, right? He's not able to pull himself up. So if his legs are at 25 and his compensation's at 20, that tells you everything about his nervous system right there. That relationship between the legs and the weight. It tells me whether the nervous system is able to do its job. Okay? And you could say, well, the muscles are weak. Yeah, but it's the nervous system in the end that's running all of it. Nothing else. Just everything is run through the nervous system. All right. So he's got an A and a P here. And if you look at him from the front, he's got a right shoulder. He's got a right neck. The neck is tilting to the right. And I'm going to tell you that what I notice, and this is not in stone. We're talking about, first of all, everything that I say is not in stone. Because we're talking about a human body, but I'm telling you about patterns that I see and okay, and that may change, but I'm telling you patterns that I see. I see that the neck, when it's anterior, when it's tilting on to one side, it's anterior. The neck is anterior, twist forward. Okay, I see that on X-ray and I see it on the posture IQ. That's what. So he has what's called a bend point. And a bend point is where there is an intersection between the head and the neck. It's the vertical axis. Okay. And if you can hear this, there's a vertical axis line in the body that is the head, the neck, and the spine. And that is a vertical axis. And in that, those bend in that area are bend points, meaning where they can bend. They can bend from the spine to the neck, and they can go opposite directions. You got a spine going right, and you got a neck going left. That's a C7 bend point. That's where it bends. Okay. If you have a neck that goes right and a head that goes left, then you have a bend point at C1. Okay. So the convexity are opportunities and doorways into the body that allow us to expand the body. Just like Dr. Sid said, hit them on the high side. There's 100% truth to that. Okay. And what he meant by the high side, whatever he meant, I don't know, but I'm going to say is when we have that convexity and we can go through that. And we have two abilities to have that, C1 and C7. So those are the two areas that I look through for the most. You can see his neck just really twisting. His shoulder is posterior here and his neck is really twisting. Okay. So anyway, this is what I'm going to do. We're going to come on in his room right here. I'm going to adjust him right side up only. He's got no reason for me to adjust him on the left-hand side. Okay, so the whole idea, tensegrity, is get it into a tensegral position. And what I like to do is I like to feel it lock. A lot of people feel like you're going to push them off the table, but you just get it to lock and breathe in this position. Yoshi, bend your knees. See, people have to be able to relax. and lock. See that right there? Right, that spot right there. It's this, and then I just kind of set it into a little bit forward posture, okay? Because it's this that has to happen, not this, okay? So Yoshi has, oh, okay, we'll do that. Because Yoshi's neck is going anterior on the right-hand side, I'm going to adjust him right anterior here, and I'm going to adjust him right anterior at C7. Why? Because one of the, either the pelvis or the shoulder was anterior, but it's also posterior. So I'll also go into another access of posterior into the lower neck, because to access two spirals, so to speak, to access those. Okay.
Shoulder was anterior.
Okay, it doesn't matter to me. Okay. So that being said, the next conversation is quickly how do I access anterior and how do I access posterior? Okay, because I want to stretch it out, right? So if somebody's shoulder was rotating forward, I hope you guys can see my hand. You would push it back to take it as far as it can go and then adjust it from there, right? Fair enough, right? So that's the idea of what I do. So putting the person in extension in their neck is an anterior component right here, right there. Okay, he has a bend point right there, so I'm bringing it up and I'm blocking all the joints here, so I can get all the energy to flow through the osseous system. Is to come right down through here, is to lock him here, up. So I'm coming right in through here, so I'm accessing that door right through there. I'm bending him down, and then I'm locking him into extension, and I'm feeling where that lock is, and it's right. I want to feel it right there. Feel that, Yosh? That's the lock. Okay. And then what I would do, take about a couple minutes to get myself together. So you got to collect yourself. And then you forget about everything else that you're supposed to do. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to get me connected. And also at the same time, I'm looking for Yoshi's lock. And then I'm going to go down into it. And I'm checking. I'm at C6 right now. I'm just checking everything that he's got. He doesn't have a lot here. But I'm going, oh, I feel all this tension. And where it's really what I'm looking for is all the way down through the body. And I'm shifting my body because there's different pathways. So you feel that, Yoshi, right there? I'm literally at C7, posterior vectoring I to S. And it's a matter of just finding any tension that you have and where you have it. You just keep moving around until you find the place. And once you find that place, you will just start breaking it up and start overcoming some of the stress. Okay. Yoshi, bring your chin down.
Can you show how you're posterior and accessing posterior from the front?
Yeah, we're going to do that in the class. Okay. Yeah, I know, because that's important for you. And I'll show you what to do. It's simple. Okay, so he has some posteriority. So I'm going to posterior, but I'm going to lock C7. So anybody, I want somebody to just come over here, just quickly feel that spot right there.
Rock.
Right here, right there. Touch that right there. Yeah, right? Feel that. Right, it's right where this is meat back here, that's a spine joint locking. Okay? It's hot. And that's the line for me. Okay, so that's what I'm going to go after right there, because something's locking down, and my job is to unlock. Okay, it's that simple. Is to try to give the nervous system a little bit of ability to reset itself. So I'm going to bring him down and in and lock that point, and I'm going to come into it. So I'm checking the anterior on this side one more time. Remember, there are two pathways. And I'm going to check Atlas. I'm just going to go clear everything down C2 to C7. to adjust it, will pop all the way up. Okay. We're gonna go one more time. Yoshi, go right side up, anterior. All the way up. Good. Thanks. When you do that, I just gotta go back and set it again. I will. Gotta get it set.
Are you attacking something different this second time, or are you just going
No,
back
I
in?
just didn't get enough of that. You know, it's the thing that's different than it's not golf. I don't care how many shots you need, you just get it where you need to get it and as fast as you can. So it usually takes me 2 shots, sometimes more. So when I invited him up, I knew I was asking for trouble. I wanted to show you trouble, yeah. It's not so simple. Let's go. You see the difference, but he's open. He's not on center, he's open. Right? And the important thing of this is that this area right here is really the area that's breaking down. Okay? It's like a tire that loses air. And and it's multiple holes in it. So our goal. That looks good? Everybody like that, right?
Why did you approach the left side instead of the right side?
Huh?
Why did you approach the left instead of the right?
I didn't approach the left.
Oh, he was on.
He's always right side up.
Gotcha.
Right side up. He was locking down on the right. And he had a bend point on the right.
That's ridiculous. That was before.
Yeah, so let's just take a look at the laser. Hey, could you bring that around for me? So now the laser is everything. His leg is on the right. Everything's on everything's on the left. Everything's over. Here's his point right here. Look at this. Bingo. Yeah, that's good, right? Good. Yeah, that's nice, man. If we could do that,
Russ.
man, it'd be crazy.
Russ,
Yeah.
that looked like Freddie Freeman's grand slam against your Yankees. Good job.